Hey, now, welcome. You are listening to the Millionaires Roundtable. I am your host, Lynn Richardson. It's WVON 1690 AM, the talk of Chicago, the voice of the nation, our favorite radio station. And we are creating millionaires one family at a time, one day at a time, $1 at a time, and one dime at a time. And that means you. The harvest is here. The time is now. I'm going to keep saying that because I actually believe it. More importantly, I am living it. I remember when Latrice Spann Levitt, one of the beautiful daughters of Purvis Spann, the blues man, who was not only a great radio executive, but he was also responsible for launching the careers of some of our most adored icons. He named Aretha Franklin the Queen of Soul in Chicago. He did that. It's a part of history. He was the Jackson Fives, the Jacksons, Michael, Tito, Jermaine, all of them. He was their first manager. And my voice in radio came to be known because of his legacy. And I remember a few years ago when Latrice, my dear sister and friend, said to me, "The harvest is here and the time is now." She told me that I no longer had to search. She said I no longer had to grind. She told me that my harvest was in the present moment. And I was crazy enough to believe her. And she was right. And the pandemic, unfortunately, took a lot of lives. One of them is my dear sweet godmother, Diane Holder, who I will never forget and who I will forever, I will search for her. She's a special person. She taught me how to dance. I do classical ballet, jazz, tap. I can tap dance. Yes, Dr. Lynn Richardson. I can tap dance. And I've got some pretty cute routines too. And when I am in my most free space, I dance. If you'll, check out social media this week, you'll see me and my husband stepping. You'll see us having a good time. You'll see me doing some TikToks and so on and so forth. So in addition to helping people get their money straight, I also know how to have a lot of fun. So she told me that the harvest is here, the time is now. I believed her. She told me I no longer had to search. And guess what? Everything. Now, God was already good to me. I was already doing my dream job, running companies for celebrities. I had no expenses. So everything that I earned, I was able to make it grow. And I was in a place where it kind of felt like retirement. But then I was called out. I was first called out by Melody Spann. Then I was called out by Steve Harvey. Then I was called out by Good Morning America. Then I was called out by Tavis Smiley. I've been called out, meaning folks have said to me, "Lynn, you have a message, and we want you to share this message with the masses." And so here I am today. So I will continue to say that the harvest is here and the time is now, because that's what has happened for me. And that's what I believe for you. Okay? So we're going to keep talking about the stair steps to wealth. The stair steps that we've already gone over are: number one, spend less money. If you're trying to get to the next level financially, You're going to have to spend less money, period. And if you're already frugal, I'm going to ask you to be more frugal because I'm frugal. I really don't buy anything. I can't tell you the last time I bought a pair of shoes. Actually, I can. It was so long ago that it doesn't even matter in this conversation. I can't tell you the last time I bought a new dress, a new blouse, a new pair of pants, or anything that has material value. But I have purchased some stock. I have made some, investments that will increase in time, that will increase over their lifetime. And the next area that I'm going to tell you about, so 1 was spend less money, 2 was get more money, 3 was get your money back, 4 was plan for retirement and make your money grow. Well, number 5, and number 5 was protect your assets. Well, we're talking about number 6 today, and that is to buy real estate, own land. The Bible says that the meek shall inherit the land and enjoy peace. Not just have peace, but enjoy it. Meaning you will be able to smile. You will be able to revel. You will be able to sing and dance in the peace of owning real estate. I have a very good friend, Curtis Monday, who is known to many of my listeners and followers. And he is on a mission. I'm not going to tell you how many he's going to gain because I'm going to have him come on at some point here on the Roundtable to tell you himself. But he is on a mission to purchase a huge number of doors so that he can pass on wealth to his son and to future generations. So owning real estate is the next piece of the stair steps to wealth. Own where you live. If you cannot own where you live, then buy something someplace else. We're going to talk about that. The harvest is here and the time is now.
Give yourself the gift of wealth with no limits. Lynn Richardson and New Wealth University is giving 50% off on the Platinum Wealth Ambassador Program. The Platinum Wealth Ambassador Program will give you 2 full years of unlimited access to all of Lynn's online classes, books, boot camps, master classes, and webinars. So, give yourself the gift of wealth with no limits with 50% off on the Platinum Wealth Ambassador Program, available on lynnrichardson.com.
So what's the word of the day? The word of the day is the meek shall inherit the land and enjoy peace. If you want to have peace, you need to own land. Own land. There are many things that you may buy. You may buy stock, you may buy gold, you may buy silver. I don't know what we're out there buying. But if you want to enjoy peace, own real estate. I want you, if you do not own a home, if you have never gotten approved for a mortgage, if you have gotten denied a mortgage, I want you to go right now to buyahomewithlynn.info. Go to buyahomewithlynn.info. It is a free class, and I provide you with the things that you need to know about the mortgage approval process. There still exists discrimination in the housing industry. Unfortunately, I have been a witness to it personally myself during the process wherein my husband and I were buying our first piece of property in California. So if I did not know the industry, because my first entry into the real estate and the financial services business was as a mortgage professional. And I was helping people get approved for mortgages. I was helping them overcome their credit issues. I had a lady with 4 bankruptcies and 2 foreclosures. She got a house. So if she can do it, you can too. Go to buyahomewithlynn.info. Don't turn that dial. We have to take a break. We'll be right back. WVON.
More of the Millionaires Roundtable coming up on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Millionaires Roundtable. I'm your host, Lynn Richardson, and we are creating millionaires one family at a time, one day at a time, $1 at a time, and one dime at a time. And that means you. The opportunity of a lifetime must be seized during the lifetime of the opportunity. I have a story to tell you. Let me tell you, this is so true. It is so real. So we are talking about the Staisteps to wealth. This is part 3. There are 2 prior episodes. And so if you want to review and listen to those episodes, it's very important. And I'm taking my time with this. I could go through them all in one episode, but I owe you more than that. So if you want to review the other ones, go online, download the app. And if you don't know where you're going and what you're doing, just go to asklynn.org and I will tell you where to go to get the past episodes. But we are talking about the Staisteps to wealth. And today's step is to buy real estate. The meek shall inherit the land and enjoy peace. I have something really, really miraculous to tell you. So I was born and raised in Chicago, and I bought several homes in Chicago. I bought my very first home, my husband and I, a little $90,000 house in Summit, Illinois. I should have kept that home. However, I started making more money, so I thought I needed a bigger house. So I was on a bus tour for the Home Buyers Club. Don't worry, we're going to bring back that element of the Home Buyers Club. I was on a bus tour, and on the bus tours, our goal was to show the people of the city where there were new properties, new developments, areas that they may not have known about that were under construction, and they were building new homes. And so I was on the bus tour, and I was supposed to be teaching the people about these homes and the financing options and how much it would cost and so on. And so in my very first bus tour, while I was supposed to be the expert, I became a customer. I bought a house. I didn't tell my husband. That was not a good thing. But he went along with it anyway. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, everybody that rooted for me when I was really, 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 really crazy. Okay, so I signed the papers to buy this house, and we bought the biggest house in the subdivision on the most land, and that did not turn out well because we ultimately were upside down in that house and so on and so forth. But that house was, I think it was $300,000, and it was a big jump from the $90,000 house that I was in, but I thought, hey, this is not a big deal. I can afford it. I've got the money coming in. And so that's what happened there. And so from there, we bought another new construction home. And that home was, I think it was $400,000. And when we closed, it was worth $500,000. So we bought it for $400,000. It was worth $500,000. But what we did not realize is that the recession of 2008 was coming, and everything in real estate was going to flip upside down, flat on its back. So I found myself with a piece of land that I had paid $400,000, or a piece of property. I'd paid $400,000, and with the recession of 2008, ultimately it was only worth $190,000, somewhere around there. I think 175. And the laws and the rules and the regulations of real estate state that you cannot get a mortgage for an arm's length transaction. Arm's length means I can put my arm out and reach and I can touch you, basically. So the house was in my husband's name. I could not buy that house from him because I was a relative. Now, they would put the house on the market and sell it to somebody else for $175,000, but I could not buy it from them. So we ultimately waited that process out. We went through bankruptcy, and we allowed the house to go back to the lender. There's a term called cash for keys. So everybody who's out there who is struggling, you're in a house that either A, you cannot afford, or B, it is no longer worth what you bought it for. And that was a very unique time. It was a real estate bubble. If you are in that situation, don't despair. Talk to your lender. Reach out to your local housing counseling agency. And if you don't have one, then go to buyahomewithlynn.info. Buyahomewithlynn.info. And there's a free class there. And I'll help you get to the next level. So I said all that to say this. I was never, ever, ever in my lifetime going to buy real estate in California, because I'm thinking, you all want $1 million for this little bitty house? I could buy this house in Chicago, Charlotte, Houston, Atlanta, anywhere. I could buy this house for a couple $100,000. I'm not going to do it. But remember, the opportunity of a lifetime must be seized during the lifetime of the opportunity. So I came out in the middle of a pandemic. It was at the very height of the second shutdown in LA. And my good friends, MC Light and Dwayne Martin, called me and said, or text me or something like that, and said, come see these houses. And in my head, I said no, but I responded yes. So what I want you to take from this is, there may be things you don't want to do in your head, your brain, your financial DNA. It takes a lot of undoing to undo the doing we have done. So who you are may say no, but watch your actions, because my actions said yes. So I said, I will go and I will see these houses. First of all, I was not going anywhere at all. I did not want the virus. Haven't had it. Praise God for that. And I wasn't seeing people. And I certainly was not going to touch anybody. Don't touch me. I'm not touching you. Stay over there. I have masks that say stay over there. Okay. I'm serious about this thing. And it's not personal. I love everybody. I just don't want to get sick. Okay. And so I went to see the new homes, and I walked in the door of a model home, and I bought it right there. I did the math quickly. That's why I want you to learn your math. I did the math quickly, and I realized that buying this home would do two things for me. One, the mortgage was the same amount that I was paying for rent. The mortgage was the same amount that I was paying for rent. But you don't get your rent back. You may get a portion. But a mortgage, you're going to get back all of the interest that you paid. So if you pay $2,000 for rent, you may get $500 of that back every month if you have a home-based business and if you're living your life like a business, like I've been teaching you. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to asklynn.org. But a mortgage, that interest, I'm going to get almost every dime that I paid. So if I spend $2,000, I'm probably going to get back $1,800 as a tax write-off, because it is tax deductible. So I did the math. I saw that it would work for me. And let me tell you, the rest is history. But let me tell you, I got a huge deal. That's why the harvest is here and the time is now. Don't turn that dial. We have to take a break. We'll be right back. WVON.
More of the Millionaires Roundtable coming up on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Millionaires Roundtable. I'm your host, Lynn Richardson, and we are creating millionaires one family at a time, one day at a time, $1 at a time, and one dime at a time. And that means you. The harvest is here. The time is now. I'm going to keep saying it. We're talking about the Staisteps to wealth. I am on number 6. Number 1 was spend less money. Number 2 was get more money. Number 3 was get your money back. Number 4 was plan for retirement, make your money grow. Number 5 was protect your assets with proper life insurance and everything you need to protect your assets, an estate plan. Number 6 today is buy real estate. The meek shall inherit the land and enjoy peace. So I walked into this home. I said I was never going to buy anything in California because I didn't think it was worth it. I thought that it was a ripoff, a scam. Let me tell you, I could not have been more wrong. As a matter of fact, I was all the way wrong. I was dead wrong. To whom much is given, much is required. We've heard that. To the space that costs more, there is more to gain. What I did not realize until I walked in that home that I now live in, thank God, my husband and I purchased a model home in a new construction division. I see all of LA. I can see Universal Studios from my house. I see the mountains. I see Calabasas. I see the expressway, the freeway. I see life. I see love. And I have been given the privilege of doing that because I guess I was obedient. What I did not realize is in high cost areas, some high cost areas, and I've helped many people purchase their homes. I've got several students who have purchased. I've got several students who have come to New Wealth University, and as a result of what they learned, they too were able to capitalize on an opportunity. So this was in early January 2021. We had been in the pandemic at that point for about 9 or 10 months. And the COVID rates were extremely high. So everything in terms of commerce and sale and business was extremely low. So basically, people were giving homes away, especially these developers. So I walked into this home. The price was unbelievable. 5 months later, everybody started waking up, going outside. You know, we started acting like we were real again. And the price of my home, the asking price, was several $100,000 more than what I paid. I'm talking several. I'm talking many. Not $100,000 more, not two, not three, not four, 5 and up. There was a wait list for my house, but I got it. And so we closed on the home, and now this home has enabled me to have a 40% return. So the price that I paid in January of 2021, the value has now gone up by almost 40%. Own where you live. Let me tell you why this is one of the areas of wealth building that is critical. Because you got to live somewhere. So you might as well own it. You may as well get 2 things. 1, get your money back, because what you are paying in rent every month, you don't get that back. But what you pay in your mortgage, you do. The goal is ultimately to pay the mortgage off and to live rent-free. But I'm also going to talk to you about that, how you can live rent-free even when you have a mortgage. Well, if you are able to pull this off, you will also get what is called appreciation. You're not just appreciated, you get appreciation. The value of your real estate over time will increase. And now, if you purchase a property for $500,000 or $300,000 or $200,000, that value is not going to be $600,000 or $700,000, $400,000 or $500,000, $300,000 or $400,000, respectively. And you now get to take that value and get to buy something else, okay? Or you get to take that value and pay off your debt. Or you get to take that value and put it away for retirement, whatever you want to do. But you are living in a space that literally is printing money. If you purchase at the right time, in the right area, your 4 walls will print money for you, because that's what my 4 walls have done for me. They've printed money. I literally have money that I did not have because I chose to buy. So The opportunity of a lifetime must be seized during the lifetime of the opportunity. I'm going to tell you to get ready for three things. One, to buy your primary residence if you haven't already done so. Two, to buy your investment property that will earn enough income to pay for itself and your primary residence. And number three, I want you to get ready to buy your second home. Okay? And we're going to talk about how all of this can be done while you're living your life like a business. You have a home-based business and you can get a tax write-off for almost all of it. Okay? So the meek shall inherit the land and enjoy peace. You won't just have peace. You will enjoy it. You will laugh. You will smile. You will look at it. You will see it. It will bless you and it will bless others, right? So go to asklynn.org if you want help getting approved for a mortgage. I've helped so many people. I'm going to tell you some of the situations. And if you want to take the class right now, you don't want to go through any other steps, go to buyahomewithlynn.info. Buyahomewithlynn.info. The harvest is here and the time is now. It is your season to win.
Hi, I'm financial expert Lynn Richardson. You may have seen me on Good Morning America, The Steve Harvey Show, or Get Up Mornings with Erica Campbell. Guess what? Did you know you can get your money back if you hire your kids? You can get your money back if you go out to eat. You can get your money back if you go on a vacation. Well, guess what? In my book, Get Your Money Back, Tax Deductions You Never Know About, I'm going to teach you how you can get your money back with your home-based business legally, ethically, and all with the permission of the IRS. Just go to asklynn.org.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Millionaires Roundtable. I'm your host, Lynn Richardson, and we are creating millionaires one family at a time, one day at a time, $1 at a time, and one dime at a time. And that means you. The harvest is here. The time is now. We're talking about the stair steps to wealth, the stair steps to wealth. And this is stair step number 6. Number 1 was spend less money. Number 2 was get more money. Number 3 was get your money back. Number 4 was plan for retirement, make your money grow. Don't miss this, everybody. Everybody's out here getting lit, turning up, doing whatever you're doing. But you're going to need some money later on in life. See, while you are working, you get a paycheck. But when you don't want to work or can't work, you need a play check. PLAYCHECK. You're going to need a play check. So while you are out here doing your thing, having a good time, put some money to the side and make it grow. And if you don't know how to do that, go to school. That's all I got to say. And many of us are in financial kindergarten, and it's okay because eventually we're going to get through elementary school, high school, college, and then graduate school. And then you'll get to the PhD level and you'll understand how money works, how it moves, and you will control money. It will no longer control you. That's what you want. That's what you want. I'm so tired of seeing my people suffer, not able to sleep, stressed out, going to work, going to jobs every day that you don't like because you just need the money. You're not going because you want to do it. You're going because you don't need the money. Now, there you're going to have to do some things that you don't want to do to get where you're trying to go. I'm certainly not telling you to quit your job. Don't do that. All I'm saying is you want to have options. And when you learn to make your money grow, then the options become that much more available to you. We're talking about buying real estate, number 6. So I've taught this young lady how to get approved for a mortgage. She didn't think she'd get approved. She said her credit score was only 640. And let me tell you all one lie I want you all to stop believing. They keep telling you that the higher your credit score, the better your interest rate. That is a flat foot, bald-faced lie. It is not the truth. You can get the same credit score or you can get the same interest rate if you have a 640 credit score as someone who has an 800 credit score. You can get the same interest rate because there are programs that are not rate driven. Let me repeat, there are programs that are not rate driven. And if you don't know what that means, go to buyahomewithlynn.info take the class so you can get to the next level. So it's a complex process. It's not something I could tell you in one show or even 100 shows, because everybody's home buying DNA is different. When you go through the home buying process, they're going to look at your specific details, and you're going to have loan conditions, and the conditions are contingent upon what you presented to the underwriter. So it is a complex process, but it is not an impossible process. And I've helped many people along the path to homeownership who thought they could not buy, who also, more importantly, were told you cannot get approved, denied many times. The harvest is here. The time is now.
Financial expert Lynn Richardson. You may have seen me on Good Morning America giving financial advice. When you get my freedom package, you get the 21 days to financial freedom and how to start a home-based business. See you in class.
The meek shall inherit the land and enjoy peace. Enjoy great peace. So own real estate. That is item number 6 on the Staisteps to wealth. Now, here's the thing about the Staisteps. You don't have to do them all at one time. But at some point, you're going to want to incorporate all of these, and you can do them in any order. Spend less money, get more money, get your money back, plan for retirement and make your money grow, protect your assets, and buy real estate. There's only so much of it. Some of the world's most profitable and expansive companies earn their revenue because of the real estate that they own. Walmart, Walgreens. Have you ever noticed that there's a Walgreens like every mile? When I lived in Chicago, there was a Walgreens at every doggone, like every mile on Lincoln Highway. There was one at Pulaski. There was one near Harlem. There was one near, like every 2 or 3 miles, you saw one. It was not because we needed that much Tylenol, ibuprofen, or, stockings. It was because it's a real estate deal, right? And so one of the things you want to do is incorporate real estate ownership into your portfolio. And yes, you want to make sure you get approved for the mortgage. Now, for those people who are employed, you get to use your W-2. There is no reason for the mortgage company to see your tax returns. If they ask you for your tax returns, I'm going to tell you to call me first, because you don't need to show tax returns. You may have tax write-off, deductions, things like that, and so on and so forth. But if you have a W-2, you can get approved for a mortgage with your W-2. If you are self-employed, it becomes a bit trickier, because self-employed people who have their home-based business, you may bring in $100,000, but after your expenses, you only have $25,000 in taxable income. And what the mortgage company is going to do, they're going to look at the taxable income of $25,000, which I think is a bit unfair, but that's what the rules are. So if you are self-employed, there are 2 things that you can do. One, you can use your 1099s now. So if you get a 1099 from a company and you've gotten that 1099 for more than 2 years, and that's the bulk of your incoming revenue, then you can do that. You can also use your bank statements. So there are many entrepreneurs, they bring in way more money than they ultimately have to pay taxes on. And so there are ways to get around that. You can go to buyahomewithlynn.info if you are trying to get approved for a mortgage, because I have helped many people who were denied. I had one family, they had been denied 5 times. And when they came to me, I had to request some information from their previous lender, the one who attempted to get them a mortgage. And the man, he was very angry with me, as if I was doing something wrong. He just didn't want to be wrong, and he didn't want me to be right. And so he told me they're never going to get approved. Well, after they closed and we were out having dinner together, I told them to call him. And they called him, and I was sitting there, and they said, you know what? Lynn just helped us close on our house. He hung up the phone. He was so mad. Haters. I told y'all, you're going to have haters, naysayers, blockers, and crab barrel leg pullers. But don't let that stop you, because the harvest is here and the time is now. AskLynn.org is where you go to get help.
You have been listening to the Millionaires Roundtable. I am your host, Lynn Richardson. It's WVON 1690 AM, the talk of Chicago, the voice of the nation, our favorite radio station. I want you to follow me on social media at Lynn Richardson. Follow this show at Lynn Millionaire. Go and get help at asklynn.org because I want to help you take it to the next level. Guess what? I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you.